my name's Gemma Thompson and I am the course manager and drama teacher for vocational drama. Drama is a fantastic subject to study here at Huish. It's really, really practical. We study lots of different practitioners. We do script work, devising, and it's a really great opportunity to work practically on a subject that you love. So all in all, we study 5 different units. The units are all coursework and practically assessed, so it's a really great environment for those students that really like practical work and coursework.
Drama is unlike the other subjects I take in that you get assessed on everything you do as you go through the 2 years, rather than a big exam at the end, which I think is actually really nice because it makes you evaluate your progress as a student in drama.
You become more confident through the units. It's a lot less anxiety based because we actually get prepared a lot beforehand, whereas something like my other A-levels like classics and English, you don't know what's going to be in that paper, but whereas this we get like a pre-release and we know what we need to do and we have a decent amount of time to prepare.
We do monologues and we do devising, and we also do big coursework pieces of work which are called proposal for commissioning brief, where you work as a company and you have to look at all the different areas and factors that you would have to create your own theatre, such as health and safety, timetabling, rehearsal schedules, and working together in small groups on fantastic projects.
I've realised there's so much more than just acting.
It really helps you understand how people around you work and how it's all got to interact. And it's also good to, I want to say, express your feelings.
We also study behind the scenes of the actual acting, which we don't get in many other courses.
The majority of our lessons are practical, but we do have some that are obviously going to be assessed via coursework and written work. These then will be structured, so we have a little bit of coursework or theory lesson at the beginning, and then we work on practical work throughout the rest of it. There's lots of group work and independent work, but mainly it's very practical. We do lots of different trips. We visit the theatre as much as we possibly can. We've recently just come back from London where we did a one-night residential. We saw Hamilton, which was amazing. We also did a stage combat workshop. We had a tour of the theatre and also had a Q&A with some industry professionals, which was great. We also have something called Performing Arts Enrichment, which lots of drama students get involved in, but it's actually open to everybody in the college. And we mainly do musicals, but sometimes we also do plays, and there's also choirs and other things like that.
I also went on the Hamilton trip and I also auditioned for the show and I got in. I had to change my timetable for that, but it was worth it because it was amazing.
We also have lots of workshops as well throughout the year. So recently we've just had Gecko Theatre Company and Vamos Theatre Company come in and do some workshops with our second years. This gives you a really great insight into the industry. It allows you to work with industry professionals, learning amazing skills that you can then implement into your own work. So the great thing about vocational drama, and maybe the bigger difference between drama here and at GCSE level, is that lots of our briefs are industry-led, so it's giving you loads of skills to go into the industry to work as theatre makers, actors and professionals.
I did do GCSE drama, but it's a lot different. That was a lot more theory-based, whereas this is a mix between everything.
So one of the common misconceptions for drama is that it's an easy subject. It's definitely not easy, but it is definitely fun. You will have to come in on your kind of spare time and your free periods to come and rehearse in your groups and work on your monologues. So there's going to be a level of expectation there. So it's really fun, really practical, but it's definitely not an easy subject. Even though it's a vocational drama course, it's still recognised by all universities and it is equivalent to 1 A-level. Lots of our students have gone on to be performers, they've gone to university, to drama school. That may be for directing, it might be choreography or acting. Also, drama has a lot of transferable skills that people may not think about. So getting up and standing up in front of a group and giving a presentation for law, or going into nursing and having that kind of bedside manner, they're all really transferable skills and drama brings that to the table. I love teaching drama. It's a really practical course, so it means that I have lots of opportunities to work alongside you, developing your performance skills. My favourite thing is devising. I love creating new work, and I love seeing your work being created using the skills that I've taught you.
Gemma is absolutely lovely. Always there for you to talk, always supportive throughout education and performance.
And always very understanding you've got stuff going on behind the scenes as well. I definitely would recommend because you learn a lot more than you think you would. But yeah, I do enjoy it.
Yeah, me too. It's my favourite subject. I love it. I look forward to the lessons. They're so good and absolutely would recommend.
Thank you so much for listening. I'm really excited for you to study drama here with me and hopefully see you soon.